And welcome to another random review. Tonight I would like to do a random review of Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. This is a bizarre little Italian film made in 1976 by Ruggero Deodato, famous for Cannibal Holocaust. And this is a cop action shooter that's quite bizarre. This is 1976, and this is number 11 on 88 Films Italian collection. If you can see that, it's by number 11. This edition doesn't have too many special features. It's pretty much just a trailer, and as we would expect, an Italian soundtrack with English subtitles. It's a really strange little film. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece or anything, but it's just really quite bizarre. I only watched it for the first time quite recently, and afterwards I was just a bit bemused by the whole thing, and I thought I would do a quick little review of it. So it kind of stars these two characters on the front, Mark Perel and Ray Lovelock, and Mark Perel, a little bit of trivia, actually played the priest in Don't Torture a Duckling, a nice countryside gallo by Luca Fulci. So they play two cops who don't really particularly believe in due process, shall we say. And it opens up with the two of them riding on the one motorcycle, who kind of witness a bungled robbery and intervene, and there's about a 10-minute motorcycle chase. I'm not sure whether it's through Rome or another Italian city, and it pretty much ends with them shooting the two robbers to death. And that seems to be a common theme in this film. Nobody in the whole film gets arrested or read their rights. They just kind of get executed. So it's less a kind of cop film and more a film about a two-man death squad. One of the criticisms of Dirty Harry at the time when it came out in 1971, with Don Siegel, was the fact that it was a bit fascist. Well, this is completely fascist. There's absolutely no due process whatsoever. These guys are a couple of interesting characters. They ride the same motorcycle. They live in the same house together. They've got a very chauvinistic attitude towards women. They kind of ask their boss's secretary which one of them she would prefer to have sex with. They take turns in having sex with Mr. Big, the villain's younger sister, who seems to be turned on by the whole thing, while her aunt's in the other room talking to the other detective. They kind of take turns in going to satisfy the young lady. They kind of set lots of cars on fire and essentially just shoot lots of people. And their boss pretty much spends the whole film saying that they're out of control and there's something wrong with them because they just seem to enjoy killing people. But honestly, they're supposed to be the good guys. So it is just a little bit odd. You are supposed to obviously like them because they're the heroes, even though they pretty much just execute everybody and are kind of generally not that pleasant. Um, but then, despite the boss shouting at them for being extreme and not following the rules, at the end, when the two of them are in deadly peril and about to be killed, the boss intervenes. There is some, yeah, the violence is fairly brutal. There's a bit of eye gouging, and again, suspects are just shot to death. Yeah, it's just it's a weird little film tonally. This is a really nice print by 88 Films. They have done quite a good job on this Italian collection. Like I said, not a lot of extras in this one, but the film is just quite bizarre. Maybe it's just me, but I just found it a little bit bizarre. And I thought it was worthy of a random review because the film is certainly a little bit random. So please let me know in the comments if you've seen the film before. Like the video if you enjoyed me rambling about strange Italian cops. And please recommend any more 70s Italian cop action films, if they're all as barking as this one. And thank you very much. Once again, this is the 88 Films edition of Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. And this is Solitary Ronin Films, saying thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening, and we'll hopefully see you again.